Ben,
Oh,
you were making a
finish
point.
my
Start
point.
from
Yeah.
the beginning of your point.
You had mentioned that if the death of brick and mortar, or the not so much death of brick and mortar, but the it moves out of the mainstream of how people acquire that kind of video game media, that it would move more like a niche collector type of place. And for me, I think that's why I'm so scared of the digital side coming so quickly, and that being like the main way people access their game, because I get very nostalgic a lot of times, and I want to go back and play old games that I used to own, or go back and play games that I never got to play when I was younger because I didn't have means to purchase those games. So I like having that fallback to go and get that thing. And I guess for me, if it stays to where I can still access a store that holds old games, and it's not a pawn shop, that I can go to somewhere that specializes in selling those kind of things, for me to be able to relive those childhood things or relive things that I didn't get to live out when they first came out. And digital just does not offer that within what they do now. Like, you can't. There's a certain amount of games you can get in a certain window, and then once that window is over, you can't go back and get it digitally. So that's what scares me, I guess. If it all goes that direction, then I won't be able to be nostalgic anymore, and that's a big part of gaming for me, is being nostalgic.
Yeah, and to that point, I'm a strong advocate for piracy for things that you can't obtain anymore by any legal means. If you're not going to make it available to me, I should be able to download
Welcome
it.
to Piracy 3 Podcast.
What are your thoughts, Seth?
I'm really not opposed to digitization. I enjoy like having the Master Chief Collection on my console, and not having to get up and get the disc. That old argument. That being said, I have a really ghetto but really great bookshelf made of old beer cartons, like just like crates for beer, and it's got a bunch of games on that shelf in this makeshift college dorm room bookshelf. That's not even a bookshelf at all. But I like seeing them there. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what they do as long as we still have some discs out there out and about.
What if, because it seems like what you guys enjoy is boxes, and not necessarily discs.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it goes back to that box art discussion they were having
Yeah.
on what was it? Player
Kind of funny.
Oh.
There's art
Player
to
3
it.
podcast.
I mean, it's
That was
art.
us.
It's a form of art. Like, it's.
But what if instead they released, I don't know, like if they released artwork you can print off and maybe have a way to display that.
You had a point, Larry. I think you were getting ready to say something. I just didn't want to.
Oh, no. We finish
Oh, okay.
this, and then I can go back to it.
Not even that. Like I do enjoy the case, and it looks good on the shelf. I won't deny it. I like the box. I'm a box fan.
Especially, like, the special edition. Were you saying something?
No. I was laughing at when you said I'm a box fan. Like a
The,
box fan.
like, okay, I got you. The special edition Reach had an incredible box. I'll show it to you sometime. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they still sell it at our Walmart.
It feels special opening that game. I feel like I should be wearing a hazmat suit or something. And I was gonna say, like, I really miss. I still buy CDs, and I really miss the booklet that used to come in CDs. The last CD I bought that had a really cool booklet with art was B.O.B.'s first album.
Again, with the idea of you buying CDs, where do you generally buy the majority of your CDs?
It depends. It just varies. Sometimes Walmart. A lot of times FYE. I guess the FYE usually.
Like you go to a store and buy them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that, like with Taylor Swift, you ordered it, right?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it to get the special edition.
You got to own that. You gotta own it. Here's what I see happening with this. First of all, Smooth Rob, get out of the stream. All right, don't go Lakers. Seriously, come
What's
up in
wrong
my
with that
stream
guy?
talking about the freaking Lakers, man, and all the playoffs that you made this year, and all the championships you won. The Celtics have won more.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to what I think what's happening, what we're seeing here is two things. First of all, people are buying digital because it's convenient. And there's going to come a point where companies realize that more and more people will jump to digital when we lower the pricing model. And if they're going to release a diskless PlayStation 4, it's going to come partnered with some sort of change in digital pricing, and I'm okay with that. And I think that's going to be a big deal. But also, the way that people are accessing their physical material more and more is coming in a digital way as well by ordering it online. They're not going out to stores. It's more convenient to order something on Amazon, and like that Taylor Swift CD, you pre-ordered it on Amazon. You didn't even have to leave your house. It was delivered to your house same day as drop.
You can only get the deluxe edition if pre-ordered from Target. So, actually,
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
my fault. Seriously.
it's important details. I don't want people to not think you don't know what you're talking about.
But anyway, whatever. My point being is that more and more people are getting comfortable buying products without going to a store to do so, and they're finding that it's more convenient to do it in those ways. And the world is just becoming more and more antisocial to begin with, and so we're going to reach a point where we never leave our houses, and it's going to be fantastic.
This is all
Which is
to our
terrifying.
detriment.
It's so terrifying with VR coming. I think I was listening to Beyond Podcast the other day, and they're talking about when it comes when you can just visit your 15-year-old niece because you don't want to leave your house through virtual reality, go to her birthday party like that. That's like a scary world. They said that you need to get they should do a background check for people who are going to buy virtual reality games to make sure that they're not invalids that are going to stay in their house the entirety of their life, which is a valid point, I think.
Valid.
When I first got into recurve archery, there was this guy who lived right down the street from me who ran an archery shop out of his basement, and it was like he was kind of an older guy, and he was kind of complaining about how Walmart and places has crept in and taken over his business and stuff, and especially for me shooting a recurve bow, like I can't buy feather fletched arrows at Walmart, and plastic fletched arrows will kick out of a recurve bow in a not good way, and it was really cool. This guy, like, I watched him handcraft my bowstring. It was one of the coolest things ever. And if something was wrong, I could go straight to him. But I'm using all this to make the point that the more disconnected we get, the other issue I have with the digital sales is you can have crappy customer service, and that's okay, and there are no repercussions, like how PlayStation Sony has treated some people in recent weeks, months.
like me that time. Like me that.
What happened to you?
Remember when the DDoS attacks happened and PlayStation basically said, "Yeah, we're experiencing a lot of problems right now.
Don't call.
Don't call us anymore." Well, we're also experiencing problems with our phone lines.
Well, I meant like guys who have been
No, I
wrongfully locked out of their digital cells and stuff like that. That worries me too.
Right. So, but I think what's going to happen is I think that stuff's going to have to be addressed before we move into an all digital age anyway, is figuring out how to do that. And I think more and more light is being cast on the crappy customer service that comes, and stuff is changing within that, starting with Steam and their refund policies. They've changed some stuff. But I think then on the other side of it, what we are going to see are limited physical releases that it'll make people who like physical. Companies that want to sell physical are going to have to give people a reason to buy things physical, like The Witcher did, where you got so much in that box. And it's not just I buy it, there's a disc that has the game on it, there's no book in it, there's nothing like... It's going to be good for people who want to buy physical because it's going to force companies that want to stay in that realm to step up their game in it. And yeah, it may be collector's edition things that you're spending $60 on, rather than the $45 that you may be spending on the digital release of the game. But hey, you get all this physical stuff as well.
Well, and we're spending $60 on just regular edition games now. So if you're getting a collector's edition game for $60, that's not a bad deal.
Right.
You know, so
I see digital being the future, and I see this being a step to it, and it's going to give people a cheaper price point to enter into next gen consoles, and that's always a good thing.
Steam does that now, don't they? Don't they do digital? Isn't digital discounted on Steam?
I don't know.
Steam's just really well known for their sales, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm misinformed then.
They always have some kind of like you can usually get it cheaper on Steam.
Okay.
So you're not misinformed. Just it's not. I don't know.
They have so many sales that it almost seems like digital games are cheaper for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a matter of perception. Let's see. Next item on the list: Konami. No. Sorry, Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. Showed up on the PSN store and then was later confirmed in an announcement to be hitting consoles in North America October 9th and will include beta access to the Uncharted 4 multiplayer. So this will be Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, digitally remastered on the PS4. What are your thoughts on this?
That game had a multiplayer?
Oh yeah.
3 did.
Huh? I didn't know that.
And kind of set the groundwork for the Last of Us multiplayer a little bit.
What?
Kind of set the groundwork for the Last of Us multiplayer a little bit. It'll be a lot of fun, I think, and I'm looking forward to going back and playing through these games again in preparation for Uncharted 4,
So the Drake, that's the entire anthology.
except for Golden Abyss for the Vita.
Golden
Which is
Abyss.
Vita.
Okay.
Exclusive.
Which you can still get that though.
Well, yeah.
Hang on, Vita. That's really cool. I played the first. I started playing the first one on PS Now, and I just didn't want to keep paying for PS Now. It's a great service. I just didn't want to keep paying because I wasn't using it. So, but yeah, that would be really cool. I'd pay. What are they? Do you know what they're charging for it?
60.
Is it 60? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd pay $60 for that.
I'm definitely buying this. I'm definitely picking this up. It's a no doubter for me. I want to go back and play these.
I'm definitely jealous about it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not too late.
It's never too late. What if they? What if
It
this
is.
digital only is $150? The digital only PS4.
I may buy
comes
one.
with comes with the Nathan Drake collection already.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm in. I'm down.
I may buy one if that's the case. Terabyte hard drive, seriously. But I think this is cool, smooth move for Naughty Dog because they're delaying Uncharted 4, right? Isn't it delayed?
Yeah, it got delayed.
Yeah. So I mean,
2016.
that's smooth move. Still make some money off of it. And who doesn't like anthologies? I love anthologies.
I do. I as well.
I too.
I wholeheartedly
Me too.
concur, my friend.
In the age we live in, where it's all about the age we live in, where it's all about just mass consumption of media like Netflix and Hulu. Like, I mean, eat it all now. We got through the whole 10 seasons of Friends in like 3 months. So, but I mean, it's perfect. Anthologies are
It
great.
took you 3 months to get through all 10 seasons.
We
of
watch it
Friends?
just when we eat. We don't watch it
Okay.
separately. Like, we just
Took me about 1.
yeah.
Get some.
Sorry, sorry, not as cool as you.
You're the friends watching champion, Seth.
So much cooler than
trophy.
me.
Next item on the list. Konami is still set to release Pro Evolution Soccer 2016 with a full reveal coming on June 12th. So it's interesting because Konami is still in the console game with this release. And it's interesting because of their announcement of the mobile first direction. So what on earth is Konami doing at this point, guys?
I'm
Obviously, they're investing in soccer.
Which is a popular series.
I'm not sure Konami knows what they're doing. And I really seriously wonder if, with Kojima leaving, we talked before about how he practically kept that company relevant. I wonder if they're just kind of floundering and trying to figure out what they're going to do without him.
Konami should be making Budokai again. Remake it so I can have it.
I don't know if they're going to delve into revamping any series anytime soon. And they've talked about this on almost every other podcast I've listened to about how Konami's not just a game company, and how this is really just a small subsection, like a small division of that company. And so I don't understand why they don't just bow out. I mean, and just sell your IP off. Your IP is valuable. People are going to buy Silent Hill. People are going to buy Metal Gear. Like, just sell it off. People would buy Pro Evolution Soccer probably, and the assets that you have behind that, because it has a very rabid, if not, even if it's like a cult fan base. So I don't understand why Konami keeps trying. And maybe the mobile first thing is like a last ditch effort. But the biggest fans of Silent Hill and the biggest fans of Metal Gear Solid and the biggest fans of Pro Evolution Soccer don't want to play on their iPhone or their iPad. But anyway, anything else on that, guys? We're rolling right along.
Mobile games just kind of make you sick, anyways.
Yeah.
Make you sick, Damien.
Yeah. Remember how sick you were of Clash of Clans?
Well, that's different though,
How is that different?
because nobody wants to play BioShock on their phone.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
But like it's
porting them
different.
over.
Like porting games to mobile.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play Injustice on my phone. You can. I'm not
Can you?
going to. Yeah.
That may interest me, actually.
Next item on the list, PlanetSide 2 will be launching on PS4 June 23rd. This is the massive online first-person shooter. And then Rocket League is going to launch on July 7th and is going to feature optional PC and PS4 crossplay online. So you can team up and play against PC people if you're on your PS4. Which of these, after looking at them, are you the most excited about?
Rocket League for me.
Rocket League. I don't know.
Planet Side 2.
Why
I'd say
Rocket League then?
PlayStation 2.
It just looks like so much fun. I don't need another big game right now. I just want something that looks is just really fun and small that I can get in and just play a lot of awesome, fun matches. It just looks fun. I don't know.
Well, I may be mixed up. Was Rocket League the game with the cars and the
Yeah,
soccer
the
ball?
soccer, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I made the right choice.
Why Planet Side for you?
Because I'm a shooter guy. The Rocket League thing just doesn't interest me at all.
For me, it's Planet Side, and mostly because two reasons. I played Rocket League, and I played a lot of Rocket League when I had it in beta, and it's going to be awesome when we get to customize our cars and do all that sort of stuff. And when people start to figure out strategies of how to play it, that's going to be a lot of fun too. But with Planet Side, like getting in a server with 1,200 other people, that's going to be insane. Like, and we got pumped when what was that game that released on the Xbox 360 that had like 124?
Battlefield.
No, not Battlefield. It was a shooter, and I can't think of what it was called. It featured huge multiplayer. I'll think of it in a minute. But yeah, so Planet Side for me. Why Planet Side for you, Seth?
Same way. I like shooters.
I thought you said Rocket League.
Looked like fun. No, I said Planet Side.
Okay. Sorry.
I did say Rocket League, but just in a cool voice.
Okay.
Super cool. Really cool, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the shooters. I like the kind of that idea. It wouldn't be one that I return to over and over and over again, but it'd be something kind of fun to mess around with for a while.
Mag was the game I was trying to think of. A lot of people were excited because of how big the multiplayer was going to be on that. It fell short of expectations. But if Planet Side 2 can deliver on 1,200 person servers, I'm all over it. Next item on the list, Ubisoft has confirmed their E3 lineup, and The Division will have a hands-on demo on the show floor. Finally, people are going to get in there and get a chance to put their hands on it and play it.
That's why I said it's coming. So close I can taste it. I'm going to E3 to play this handheld demo.
We've known The Division's coming. What is the number one question about this game you want answered at E3? We're all excited about it, right?
Yeah.
Very excited.
All right. What do you want to know?
I don't know if it's fair or not, but we and many other people have been drawing the comparison between The Division and Destiny as far as the type of game that it is. And so I want to know how story-driven the game actually is. Because for me, that's my big disappointment with Destiny, is I was in it for a big story and didn't get one. And so The Division seems like a big story. Will I get one?
Seth?
I'm just excited about the open world. I want to see this Manhattan. I want to see it broken down. Kind of like back to that conversation we had earlier before all of the interruptions to the podcast. I'm just anxious to get into that world and explore with other people. That's why I like patrolling so much. Like just simply getting around in the world and Destiny and patrolling around, seeing what you can get into.
I think. You go ahead and answer that way. You're not last.
Yeah, I always feel weird being the last word on everything, at least. It seems like it's not really a minor detail, but I want to know if it has the gun customization of the last was it Ghost Recon game?
Yeah, Future Soldier.
Was it Future Soldier or Advanced Warfighter? I think it was Advanced Warfighter.
I don't know. I have no idea then.
I don't know. I'll look it up. But yeah, where you could like piece by piece with your gun, a different chamber, a different trigger, a different sight. Where in the world, while I'm exploring, I can find parts of guns, not just whole guns, and kind of build it and customize it the way that I want it to, and tweak it. That was my favorite part about that game, about that Ghost Recon game. And so if they can put that in The Division, that would be awesome for me. I'm also with you, Larry. The story thing is a big deal. Because they have such a good foundation. It's like Destiny in the sense of they have a good, solid foundation of what the story is supposed to come off of with the plague hitting on Black Friday. Like, that's really cool to me, and I want to see how they flesh that out in the world.
I think Epidemic's comment was fantastic. The question that he'd like answered is, will it work on day one?
It won't. So it's an Ubisoft game, and it's a Tom Clancy game. So just prep yourself. It's not gonna. I'll answer that for you.
And Epidemic, I kept thinking your name was Echidna, so I recommend a name change to Epidemicidna.
Epidemicidna.
Go
I
ahead.
think for me, I don't know. I don't know that in this kind of game that I want the story to kind of get in the way. a lot. Like I mean, I agree that Destiny is. You don't know what you're doing half the time within that game, when it comes to the story. But I want the exploration to be centric between like us when we play together, like what we can get into, not so much what they have decided that I need to be doing, like what we can do together to further our characters. So the story's not that big of a deal to me. What I'd really like to see is how deep how deep everything's going to be within like intricacy, I guess, like what you can pick up, the things you can collect, where you can go. We saw that gameplay trailer where you fought your way to the girl's hideout or whatever. I want to see if those things if there's a lot of those that you can capture, or if there's just very generic places that you go that everybody has access to. It would be cool if that was the case. Like if everybody had individualized ones that you could go to and stuff, and you make it your own, and you know. It just seems I always like the house system in Skyrim, even though those were very generic and that's not online. But it just seemed like this is my little cutaway place, and come to my little cutaway place. I got all these guns, you can have one, and you know that kind of thing. There's one more thing too that Destiny does not have that this game I hope has, and that's the ability to transfer items between each other.
Preach.
Yes.
It was Future Soldier. You were right again.
Oh, okay.
You were on a roll today, Ben.
Yeah, look at me. But there's so many times in Destiny that I've gotten something that I'm like, I've gotten this 3 times, and Luke really wants this, or I've gotten this auto rifle that Seth really wants, and I have no use for it. I just wish there was a way I could give stuff to my fire team or my teammates, whatever, however you want to look at it, and we could actually work as a team. Because if I was actually in this scenario and I was like, I'm not using this gun, and you really want it, I'd be like, hey, here, yeah, use it. And I'm bound by the limitations within Destiny to not be able to do that. So hopefully that changes.
I'm just picturing this real life situation. Oh man, you're gonna get rid. I really like that. Sorry, I found it dismantled.
And you only get 3 weapon parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all excited about this game, but it's funny because we're excited and we really don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to come out of this E3 and know a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that does it for the news, guys.
News with the podcast, guys.
And now we move to we don't have any reviews this week, right? No one played anything new?
We don't have reviews for you.
We could review House of Wolves again because I played 18 hours of it.
We're good. We've covered that. So we're moving on to everybody's favorite segment, the random question of the week.
Random question of the week for the month for this week.
Here we go. Here's our random question. What is your favorite game you played on your least favorite console?
I don't have a least favorite console because I live in a culture where I can afford to buy one.
Oh my God.
That's a great gift. That's something you should appreciate.
It's such a cop-out
like
answer.
you buy. Louis C.K. made a point in the stand-up special one time where he said, like,
You're listening to Louis C.K.
We can afford to buy all this crap, and we hate all of it. Like, you're buying these devices for pleasure, and like these are things that are supposed to make us happy, but they make us so mad. Like like when you're yelling at your cell phone because something's happening or something like that, or maybe nothing's even happening. Maybe it's just not going fast enough for you.
So let me ask you a question.
Even though it's trying to send signals from space.
So when you wear your Speedo to the beach, how often do you do that?
Oh, twice a day.
At no point in your incoherent rambling did you ever come close to a correct response. In fact, we are all dumber for having heard it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Try again, Seth. Sorry, Gary.